My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Cultist Simulator. At the very top of this episode, there's a little bit of housekeeping I want to get done. Number one, you might notice the board state is a little bit different. That is, everything is reorganized. I will go through that in just a moment, but the fact that it looks so dang clean ain't entirely me. Part of it is I have installed a quality of life mod for Cultist Simulator that allows you to snap cards to a grid, so you can see that it's kind of trying to snap it to different locations. And that's just so that everything is a little bit cleaner and a little bit more easy to organize. I also have another mod where cards that are exhausted or cards that come back out of a verb will auto stack with cards of their like type already extant on the board. So auto stack and snap to grid are the two mods that I picked up, and they are both run through the partiality launcher. All of this will be linked in the description down below, so that if you want to do this for yourself in your own game, you can do so. Alright, now, the new organization of the board, just to introduce you to it. It's very similar in the top left to what it used to be. So we've got all of our jobs here, including the position, the institute, the commission for the moth, as well as the difficulty at work. I've also put dedication enlightenment here because I had nowhere to put it, and this spot was free. Then they're all next to the work verb. Next to the think verb, or study verb rather, I've got all of my different scholarly learnings of languages, as well as my different books. Then next to dream, I have both of my ways, as well as the stag door riddle. Next to explore, I have all of my locations, including Lockwood Fen, my expedition. Next to talk, I have my two patrons, May and Poppy. Then just across from that, I have all of my direct cult. So I have my cult headquarters, my cult itself, 5 rites, as well as an acquaintance who is yet to be inducted into my cult. Jumble is just here because it's close to Aura Flames and I can sell it soon. Then I've got all of my resources up here at the top, starting with my basic funds, and then all my different related skills and all of my different resources and their related skills, and then all of my spinthria. Over here is the more interesting part, which is all of my lore, disciples aligned with that lore, as well as ingredients. So you can see we only have a delightful sacrament, but over here we've got Smith's Secret, so this is Forge lore, and then we've got a Forge ingredient, and then below that we have a disciple who is most aligned with Forge. So if only your background was orange, this would look much neater. But like Pope is most aligned with Lantern, right? So we've got Watchman's Secret, the Refulgent, Noonstone, Percipient Disciple, and Pope. And this is how I'm going to be organizing lore from here on out, so that as soon as I want something related to winter, I can just come to this location and go, okay, we've got this winter lore, and then we've got a winter person. We do not have any winter ingredients, right? Awesome. And then the final thing is in the center of the board, I have my exhaustibles as well as my loss conditions. So this is where I'm going to put dread, this is where I'm going to put notoriety, this is where I'm going to put fascination. But at the moment, it's just Connie, who is the hunter who's investigating me, her tentative evidence, and notoriety she may use to create further evidence. Okay, savvy, good. Let's go. Okay, so up here we've got the fascination giving us back a consciousness of radiance as well as a fleeting memory. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes, I am the same. I am sane, if that means anything. No fascination drives your visions, it's over for now. Okay. So I will actually leave those a little bit split, because while they are exhausting, they are not a loss condition themselves. A lot of my verbs are just going to be stacked up in their normal way, except for the verbs that are emergent are going to be all up here. Okay. Beautiful. We'll start that back up. So we've finished reading this book. Read the Shaven Lock Tantra, the one who has shaven his hair. Whisper your secrets into the earth, burn them in fire, scatter them in the sea. Still they will cling to your hair, the Tantra cautions. It provides an occult riddle that it claims is sometimes the answer to the riddle of the Hunter's Gate. Hunter's Gate. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, we get the Ecdysiast's... Ecdysiast's Parable. The Ecdysiast's riddle is what may be lost. Each... What? Huh? Each ecdysis spiral is an attempt to answer the riddle. What may be lost? Stag door riddle was what may be lost? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You go in there. One thread in a labyrinth. There are many answers to this question, as the shedders of skin know. Here is mine. All of the rest of them said this is not the answer. This one hasn't. Hell yes. All right, we've also got our talk verb back. Come with me. We've made a new acquaintance, Cat Caro. Cat Caro will be placed here. Actually, if I do it like this, it's a little bit neater. Another person to turn into a disciple. We've also got Mystique and, ooh, Fanian Invocation. Oh, no, of course, I already had that. That's my bad. As well as a passion. Beautiful. Do I want to speak publicly about esoteric matters again? I don't want to gain that much Mystique while the notoriety is on the board, because Mystique, doesn't it just make them... Yeah, it encourages them to look harder. So, I don't want to encourage Connie to look harder while there's a notoriety left on the board. I do need more followers, though, because I have lost a lot of disciples recently. Good lord. That said, I should also probably ascend a couple of the disciples that I already have. So let's go Mirror of Glory. Let's put Pope in here. Then Fanian Invocation, and I'm also just going to chuck the Consciousness of Radiance in there. Not necessary, but... I mean, it was about to exhaust anyhow. Okay, that should be there. Hopefully it respawns there. An Affliction. Ugh. Oh no, and I can't dream right now. Okay, I've got to remind myself this An Affliction needs to... You know what? I'm actually going to put it here. Right next to the dream verb, just to remind me. Okay. Entering the stag door. The stag door is the Adept's Gate. To pass it is to be initiated into the first true mystery of the House of the Sun. The head, Gearby, weeps to see me enter where it cannot, but it must let me pass. The scarred valves of the door grind open. Apparently, we also invested some reason. Come on. What has it got in its pockets? Achievement unlocked. Got a subtle rupture. So the previous one was subtle fracture. This is a 10th order influence, a gathering knot of power and peril. It can be used in some rites to summon minions. There's also the Ascent of Knives as well as the Painted River. I kind of want to go with the Ascent of Knives, see if it possibly gives me some knock lore. Edge lore. Edge lore is what I mean. A Furious Air. I mean, it gave me edge influence. Okay. Entering the stag door. Of the place my dreams took me last night, this has been written. An ascent is glass. The walls are knives. Each step is blood. I did not climb too far. The pain was too great. When I woke, the pain remained with me. A pain I could employ to occult purposes if I hurry. Way through the stag door. Beautiful. We've also got a dimmed reason. So I'll put the dimmed one directly above. It should, after it runs out of time, auto stack back on my reason if this mod is working correctly. And then we'll put the ecdysist's parable over here. Will it have different text now? No. Okay, it doesn't. Fair enough. So we have a ridiculous amount of edge lore right now. And the thing about edge lore, well, it's edge influence, right? It'll fade soon. But the thing about these high-level influences is when they decay, I'm pretty sure they decay into dread. So I should try and figure out what I'm going to do with that. Okay, let's put our... Again, emergent events up there. Ooh, we've got a glimmering. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't really have a place to put glimmering right now. I should probably sort these a little better. Give myself a space to put glimmerings. But the thing is, glimmerings never stack as well, right? Because they have different different timers on them. Ooh. Okay, that could be a problem. I'm just going to leave it how it is at the moment. All right. And then here we have dedication and enlightenment as well as a restlessness. Okay. Just resort everything there. Okay, okay. All is good. All is right with the world. Now, as for our talk, we'll take back our Invocation, as well as Pope Clifton, now a disciple, and drop the Mirror of Glory there. I probably should have just auto-collected those to see if they would have gone back to where they initially came from, which is the goal. Restlessness? I mean, I should use Restlessness to, again, ascend another disciple. Who is within range of ascension? None of you. You're all disciples right now. Okay, so I'll instead use this to induct Rhaenyra or Katkaro. I'm thinking probably Katkaro. Just because Katkaro has a dope-ass name. I love it. Okay. Ah, right, the Affliction. Good to have remembered that. Got to make sure that we get rid of that while we can. An erudition? I mean, you know what? I should probably start trying to join some lore right now. And adepts to these words are spoken in a ritual to inspire an unmerciful change. Sanctifies the change that seared skin peels. Do I want to join my operations of the declining sun? Use this in a rite with a heart influence and a Byzantine tinct to summon a voiceless dead. I do not have Byzantine tinct. Plus, I will have ones left over. Okay, I'll try and join these two. Because I still have one operation, the Declining Sun, left over just in case I need it. Okay, we've got Katkaro, who is a believer, and is Lantern. Oh, really? Did you have to be Lantern? Ugh. Okay. That's annoying because I was trying to keep everything to a single stream. But now you've created it such that I have to add another space. Damn. Alright. And then we also get back Mirror of Glory, because of course we do. Now, something that I've been told in the comments, by the way, I do want to address, I do read the comments, but I also really love this game, and it's very difficult to stop myself from sitting down and just recording 6 hours of it in a row, even when I have other work that I have to do. So the backlog for this series runs a little bit long. So it's not that I'm ignoring your comments, it's just that oftentimes I've already done the thing you're telling me to by the time I read the comment. Like, for example, with Dream Passionately, that became like a giant kind of repeated meme in the comment section. And the first time I saw you need to dream passionately, I'd already done that. And I was just waiting for that episode to release. All right. Speaking of the comments, what initially began this tirade, I should actually probably also ascend Rhaenyra right now with the Furious Hour. Right? It's a 10th order influence. Yeah, I'll use it because I don't have anything else to do it with right now. I was thinking I should probably try and use some of these rites. Sunset Rite, an assistant must cry tears of genuine emotion which are asperged in the place where the influence lies. If done well, the sun in rags will consume its influence, acknowledge an ending, and lend its assistance. The Rite of the Watchman's Sorrow. The rite recalls the loss of the watchman who walks in the house behind the walls, which has no walls, rather. Light goes before him and shadow behind. He must not see you. The instrument of power is used to summon him and take his sacrifice, precious knowledge from the root of your thoughts. An assistant must speak the words that anchor your sanity, so choose someone you trust. Rite of the Mother's Mercy. An assistant is offered in sacrifice to the Mother of Ants, but the Mother knows healing as well as poison. She will be merciful, accepting a substitute of a lesser offering, usually. The experience is not reassuring for the assistant. Rite of the Map's Edge. The Vagabond is the only hour that never enters the Manses. This rite must be performed in the right place, in the right time, and the Vagabond will take that righteousness for her own. And Rite of the Crucible Soul. The rite uses an instrument of power to set the blood afire. Fire is the lesion in the skin of the world. The assistant rarely survives unharmed. I want to try and use some of these. Okay. Each rite can be used for many purposes. For summoning, I begin by calling upon the power of Knock, which will open the way. Okay, so invocation, what are the words? So Rite of the Crucible Soul is use an instrument. Fire is lesion, the assistant. Fire is the lesion in the skin of the world. I mean, Ardent Arisian is a word that sanctifies the change and comes when the seared skin peels. Smith's secret is these words are spoken in ritual to inspire unmerciful change. I mean, it could be either. It will accept any law as well. Okay, let's look at victim. There must always be willing blood. It will consume the contents, and I have to use a prisoner. That's unfortunate. It also wants an instrument, which is an aspect tool on what blood will be shed. And slot desire, what might I become? This slot accepts this final stage of ascension. Wait, what? This slot only accepts the final stage of ascension. If I have completed the 6th mark, add your ascension to this slot to complete a great work. Well, I don't have anything with Desire 6. In fact, I have Desire 2 maximum in my dedication. So I think it was... whatever this used to be, it wasn't dedication. It was like temptation, and then it became dedication. It probably also eventually becomes ascension. That's my guess. Okay, well, I don't have any prisoners, so I can't use that one. An offering. Okay, offering ingredients. So, Rite of the Mother's Mercy. She will accept the substitute of a lesser offering. How would I know the invocation? I'm gonna fail a lot of these rites. Sunset Rite, Invocation Assistant, Offering Desire. For a summoning, I must begin by calling upon the power of Knock, which will open the way. Am I using this as a summoning? I mean, Knock is this influence, right? So if I put like that? Okay, Edge is the aspect of battle and struggle. If I add Knock, I might be able to attempt a summoning. If I add Lantern or Moth, I could enact a battle in my own soul. Actually, that's not Knock. That's Edge. Okay. Which is Knock again? This is Knock. Okay, it's just gone back to work. If I put... oh, damn it. Get back up there, Sunset, right? If I put anything else in... if I put anything else in, it's telling me something different. Ooh, hint, winter. Winter is the aspect of silence, and yeah, I mean, Sunset, right, winter, makes sense. If I add Knock, I may be able to attempt a summoning. But I can't add Knock as well. Not through the Frangiclave, not through the lore. I don't have any Knock disciples either. I mean, I can't even put my desire in there. There's an offering, what will be consumed. This is aspect influence. I mean, this is also a... oh, it's not magnetic? It just says it consumes. Okay. I mean, it's asking for aspect influence, and I keep trying to give it... oh, not influence. Whoops. Okay. I found a useful conjunction of aspects, but I need more. With a little more winter aspect, a little more edge, and a corpse, I might create a brutal servant. Well, I don't have a corpse. The corpse would probably be under offering, right? The power of the cartographer of scars. Okay, so if I take out the operation of Dying Sun and add in Chillark. Ooh, hang on. It doesn't actually care what I have in here right now. Okay. I found a useful conjunction of aspects. I'll call forth a chilly and shining thing. I'll need a very significant intensity of winter and a little knock and edge. Well, I have a little bit of knock in there. Okay, I don't know if I can cast any of the rites right now. But I do need to get rid of that Furious Air. I have way too much edge. There has to be a rite that will work with all of my edge, right? What will we forget? Must begin. Okay. Well, what can we forget? We can forget this. That's fine. If I add Grail, perhaps I could renew my body. What? If I add Knock, I might be able to attempt a summoning. Or if I have grown decrepit, then if I add Grail, perhaps I could renew my body. So I could have actually revived myself from decrepitude. Ugh, bugger. Okay, well, let's add an assistant of that same, and no need for an instrument. Yes, like, this could be an instrument? Sure. There are possibilities here. If I add Winter, I might contact something smoky. If I add Lantern, I might contact an incandescent power. Okay, so Winter would be this. Summon a creature of the Forge of Days. I'd need significant power of Forge as well as a little Winter and Knock. I've got a little Winter. I mean, I've got a lot of Winter. I've got a lot of Knock. And you're not enough Forge for this? Wait, is one of these an instrument? Probably, right? The Noonstone. The end is beautiful. The sun in rags brings beautiful endings. This sudden and perilous magic will end someone or something, but it's impossible to know what. It will also kill any mortal or spirit that assists the ritual. You are calling only a minor degree of Winter, so this will often fail. Call on at least 10 Winter to increase your chances, although it might be safer. It might in fact be safer if it does fail. I don't want to do that. I think maybe that's a bad idea for me in particular. Let's try that. Summon a mighty creature of the Forge of Days. That one's not going to work either. Significant power of Knock. Some Lantern. I've got some Lantern. Great power of Forge. Okay. I just don't have enough Forge to do anything, right? Because I don't think I can put Bitter Black Salts in here. Whoa. All the way up there. Okay, I don't know if I can do anything with that, right? Let's try Rite of the Map's Edge. This is the one that says can only be used at a certain time in a certain place, but I don't know. We'll see about that. So an invocation. What are the words? What are the words? I mean, let's start with Knock. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anything. Whoa, hang on. If I add Edge, I can try to drown my reason in passion. Passion's Gaia, minor. As below, so above. Passion and reason contend in the human soul as the wood engulfs the glorious light. This ecstatic practice will transform reason to passion, but it may get out of hand. You are calling on only a minor degree of moth, so the right will often fail. I'm thinking that maybe I don't have enough enough of any lore in order to really do these well. Oh, hang on. This ecstatic practice will transform reason to passion, but it may get out of hand. You are calling on a major degree of moth, so the right will probably succeed. But I don't want to transform my reason into passion. I don't want to do that. Okay. Infuse a corpse with the power of scars. If I add a little more edge. A little more edge. With a little more winter and a little more edge. I mean, I have some the Labtic grains can't be used here. Okay, I don't think I can really do anything with the Rite of the Map's Edge. I'll have a look at these, though. If I've grown decrepit, if I add Forge, no. If I add Knock, I mean, I can do that. There are possibilities here. If I add Moth, I might contact something shapeless. If I add Forge, I might contact a seductive savage power. And my offering can only be of influence? I mean, unfortunately, I don't think I have any influence for any of those right now. Yeah, that just completely destroys the ability to use it. Can't use my erratic disciple, unfortunately. I may actually try and turn my erratic disciple into a prisoner. So that's all of my rights, right? Except for maybe the Crucible Soul. No, this one needs a victim who needs to be locked up, of course. Right. Well, at the moment, I am going to use the Mirror of Glory as well as Furious Air. And that in order to induct Rhaenyra. And this is just to get rid of the trappings. And since I'm not working at the moment, we should start doing that. Hey, the reason did auto stack. Beautiful. Let's put this up there. We're having a good day. Excellent. Gain some health back. There's a consciousness of radiance as well. Oh no. I don't like that these keep popping out into new and bad ways. Okay, we've got our Watchman's Secret back. We've got Rhaenyra, a believer, who is, of type Grail. Beautiful, because I do not have anyone of that type yet. And we get our Mirror of Glory back. Let's quickly move the rights back over. Also going to go to Aura Flames and sell this jumble. Sell something of minimal value. Just because it's taking up space and it does not need to be. Okay. I guess I should dream my way through the stag door right now, just because I can. I've got 2 more erudition and 2 more glimmering. God damn it. I need 4 erudition at the same time in order to get reason. And unfortunately, my study verb is in use, so I can't do that. Damn. All right. Well, let's go to... Cool, we sold that. I actually kind of also want to sell these. All the things of minimal value as soon as I can. Let's go through the stag door. In my dreams, I know the way... I know the path to the stag door through the maze of the bounds. Gibby will let me pass, but the path is always a puzzle. I will need reason. Okay, drop that in. We've already read that one out. Had it before. We've got contentment down there, but it's not necessary. It's not going to do anything for us. Murmurings in the audience. For whatever unlikely reason, the item has caught the fancy of the bidders. Ooh. Does that something book actually have a meaning? A reason to be around? I'll probably use that restlessness to, again, induct someone into the cult. Alright, let's see where we are. Forgotten Chronicle, I just want that. Okay, last night Gibby was talkative. He spoke in his siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard of the waking world. I listened until his stories tailed off again into weeping. Alright, so a lot of things being kicked out of place here. So we don't have any tracked for the secret histories right now because we keep exploring them. Gavel bangs and we get, more money. Beautiful. Again, we'll sell another one of those books. Got to get that restlessness out of here as well. So quickly drop that in. We can ascend. I mean, Kat Karo is already in good company, so we'll ascend Rhaenyra. There we go. Whew. I should just be dreaming constantly here. Because I can, damn it. Okay, we're not going to have much time to imprison that erratic disciple. Okay. I also do need to read that book. Damn, we have so much stuff we need to be doing right now. Alright. Finane Invocation comes back. We get Rhaenyra as a disciple, who I believe is here. We get our Mirror of Glory. Now, let's put the temporary headquarters in there, as well as the erratic disciple in the cupboard. Get in the cupboard. A trembling heat. Sick thought influence. The signs are unmistakable. This can be used in rites to summon minions. Was there one where I just needed more forge? I think there was. Alright. We'll take it. Quickly get that trembling heat all the way over there. Despair is about to be collected. We don't have any. Despair, dread, sorry. A follower betrayed. This one, I've locked this one away safely. When their screaming and raving subsides, I will subdue them properly. Okay, so they actually have a fair few different lore bases at the moment. That's going to be a problem. I don't really know where they should go. I'm going to put them down here because they're basically an ingredient for Rites right now. Okay. Let's continue. See if Rite of the Crucible Soul. Here's our victim. Begin by calling upon the power of Knock. I mean, we do have the Trembling Heat. Oh, Trembling Heat isn't even used here. Okay, so that tells me that one's not going to work. That one's not going to work. That one's not even going to work. Yikes. That? No? Oh. Okay, let's try different invocations. Forge's Redemption with at least 5 Forge and 1 Grail. I could use the forbidden procedure known as Forge's Redemption to return Detraptitude to health. I don't need that. Phanean Invocation gives me nothing. Delightful Sacrament gives me nothing. Just trying to test. Because it'll accept any law, right? And it's Beautiful Minor. See, I didn't want this one. Kill any mortal or spirit that assists with the ritual. No. A lot of these seem to be doing just extremely nothing. With at least 5 Lantern and 1 Edge, I could use the mystic discipline called Reason's Glory to transform my passion to reason. I don't want to do that either. Man, I betrayed a follower for no reason. I didn't even get anything out of it. Go back through that stag door. Okay, we've got 2 Reason Dimmed as well as Invocation of the Ivory Dove. There is a power that commemorates and grieves, from whom nothing is taken, but who cannot be deceived. You might expect to be able to crush him in your hand into bird bone fragments. Use this rite with Martensite Paste and an assistant dedicated to Knock or other resources of equal power to summon a Maid in the Mirror. Yeah, that's always just going to displace. I mean, all of our reason should just be up there so that we can stack that correctly. Beautiful. So the commission for the moth is very substantial. It means level 6. This is level 6, the Ecstasis riddle. So we can actually complete our commission right now and get a new commission from May. I do want to use this Trembling Heat, though, and I don't know what right to do. Oh, the Trembling Heat is actually going to run out of time before I finish working at the Institute. Okay, so I just should use this while I'm trying to ascend someone else. All right, fine. It's okay. It's okay. Got Katkaro, who's a believer, and we'll just chuck that in there. It'll all work out in the end. Let's read the translate from Aramaic. My Aramaic skills are too limited. I may be able to find a textbook or hire a tutor. I do not have Aramaic, okay? So I'm not going to be reading that one for a while. Is there anything I desperately want to study right now? No. I mean, I could just join to Smith's Secrets. Study the Law Witch Burns, sure. Picked up a fleeting memory. Ooh, another Forgotten Chronicle. Sure. Take that. I could join those two, or I could just explore each of them, trying to get new expeditions. Let's explore each of them. Okay, everyone did go back to pretty much exactly where they should have. Excellent. The tentative evidence is gone, so while we have had one of our people locked up, we're fine now. Everything's good. Put a reason there, and a passion there. Write an extensive treatise on the law of the moth. Let's go back through the stag door as well. I'm going to stop moving these ones up here because it's not working. It's not doing anything. They're not restacking in the way that I intended. Okay, we've got Ortho's Wood. Should go there. Search with another Forgotten Chronicle. Anyone to whom I should be speaking at the moment? Not really. Alright. Whoa! We've finished the topic. It just kicks everything out of their positions. It's a little annoying here. Okay. Got a very substantial investigation. Fill our duty. So this is a lot of knock. Knock is used for summoning. I mean, I think maybe this is a good idea. All right. In my sleep, I ran my fingers along the ridged edges of the stag door's scars. Our company, it was that shattered it, Gibby says suddenly. Before the gods who were flesh, the Matsis was forbidden to mortals. We were the first no. He begins again to weep his molten tears. I wish that we had not. I wish I had died in the world. I have forgotten what else he said, but I remember the shape of the fissures of the stag door, and for all of today, doors will fear my touch. Doors will fear my touch, for I am the mighty locksmith of opening doors. Quickly cure this one. Now we should have enough knock to do whatever we want with a rite. Get another silver spinthria, we get a glimmering, as well as a mystique, and May comes back. May's also on cooldown. Cool. Down. Right of the Crucible Soul. Let's drop that there. And then Subtle Rupture. Cannot be used. Okay. So, well, it's not doing that one then. Right at the map's edge. That one's not even going to work? Alright. Sunset Ride. And then that one. That's not going to work? Really? I don't even have a place to put it for that one. Watchman's Sorrow. Alright. Well, if I put this in the Sunset Rite and then start to drop laws in it, will it work? There are possibilities here if I add Edge, Heart, or Forge. I don't have a bunch of Edge, Heart, or Forge. Summon something. If I add Grail, I may contact something shapeless. Grail. I mean, I can use a Grail assistant. I'll need a significant intensity of Grail and a little Moth and Knock. Well, I have a little Moth. I have a little Knock. I don't have enough Grail to really do anything here, I don't believe. Okay, let's put the Ecdysis back there. Miniscute. That's not gonna work. If I had Forge, I might contact a seductive strange power. Savage power, rather. I'll need a great power of Grail. Yeah. I don't have a great power of Grail. I need too many different things at the moment to really do anything. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And let me guess, this one won't. Yep. Alright. Don't know what I'm going to do with this Subtle Rupture now because I don't have anyone to ascend. And I can't get a new acquaintance in 50 seconds. This could prove problematic. Although, if it does, I'm afraid it's going to have to do that in the next episode because I've just looked at the timer and realized, again, we're over time for the moment. My name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Cultist Simulator. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Again, a link to the mods that are currently installed that make my cards snap to grid and also auto stack when they are finished being exhausted or dimmed is linked in the description down below. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see you next time.